Well, happy to introduce another brand new coach to Kentucky Christian University. This is Chris Hensley, and Chris and I actually overlapped at KCU back in the late 80s. I didn't know him as well as I knew of his dad, who was our baseball coach. I knew him as Coach Hensley. And interestingly enough, Chris is now returning to KCU as we announce this week that we have a brand new baseball program. Chris is going to be at the helm of that. Chris, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing with your life, your background in coaching, and that sort of thing.
Well, once I graduated, then I started working for my father selling real estate. I've been selling real estate for 28 years. But in the middle of selling real estate, I've been doing baseball. I played baseball 8 years after I graduated here in an industrial league in Ashland. That was a college league. And from that, started coaching. And then I've gone all the way from the ranks from the Little League all the way to the high school. And I've coached at Rose Hill High School, Russell High School, and my most recent was at Russell High School. And then I've also done private instructions. So I have not gotten out of baseball.
Well, that's neat. So baseball's been part of your life, your whole life.
A whole lot.
And we're excited to have you. What excites you about starting a brand new program in a school that hasn't had baseball
19 years.
In 19 years? What's exciting to you about being at the helm of a new program like that?
The exciting part is expectations can't go any higher than what they are. So you start at the ground level.
That's good.
So the main thing is getting out here and finding recruits to come here that are what we're looking for as far as the quality students, athletes, and I think within this region, we've got a lot of possibilities right there.
And you know that because you've coached baseball in this region for a long time. And you kind of touched on this a few moments ago, but looking for recruits is a little bit of how you ended up interested in this role with your own son trying to find a college to play at. Tell us a little bit about how you ended up in that process.
In his search, he wanted to try to keep it within a 2-hour radius. And you start searching around, you're very limited on what's available. Many of the colleges out here already have a full roster, and they're not looking for that many kids. So the advantage of KCU is that we're stuck right here kind of in the nucleus of all the other colleges on the outer 2 hours away from us. And in this recruiting base, there's not a lot of people tap into the 16th and 15th region of the high school in this area. So that is our main target area. Plus we'll expand on out, but I just think that we have a lot of quality kids right here that would love to be able to play ball, and KCU's got a lot of different programs than what we had when I was here.
So for those of you who maybe remember the baseball program from back in the day, like I certainly do, I remember going to watch games on campus. That's going to happen again, isn't it?
That's going to happen. Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, it's going to be this fall we're going to do it.
Right.
We're going to start breaking ground when the weather breaks.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We've got to recruit a team, build a field, but we're going to put the baseball field back almost in the exact spot it was in before.
Well, that's pretty fun. So you've already kind of hit the ground running on this recruiting thing, am I right? Are you looking for students now?
Actually, today we have probably our first recruit coming into town to sign. So that is a very good situation.
That's fantastic. So if anybody sees this and they know students who, might be a fit here, or they play baseball, a Christian environment, play baseball, might be a perfect spot for them, they can certainly contact us, and that'll eventually get to you.
But we're looking for new recruits, also transfers. If you're not satisfied in the college you're at now, hey, we have 25 spots available the first year, so we're looking to fill those 25
that's great.
spots.
So give us just a brief idea. What's your vision for what you want to produce from the KCU baseball program? What's your vision for that?
Okay, our first part is we are going to be playing conference ball, so we're going to get some good quality students in here, athletes. But like when I was talking to our AD, we want to get a good quality student in here that's going to do what the college wants as far as having the Christian background. If you don't have a Christian background, we want to instill that into them. But we also want to be here as student athletes. It's very important that they focus on their studies, because their main reason of coming here is to graduate and get a job. That is our main focus of our program, is to get the kids here to do that.
Yeah.
But as far as baseball goes, we've got a lot of work to do, and we want to try to put 25 kids together this year. And our vision is to expand that out and have a varsity and a JV team in the future.
So this coming fall, you'll actually play like club games? Is that what?
This fall is basically practice, and we'll have maybe 2 or 3 scrimmage games.
Oh, scrimmage games, okay,
And then the spring, we'll be right into we're gonna play some conference games.
okay.
Which we may not directly be in the conference the first year, but we are gonna be part of the association and play the conference games.
Well, very good. Well, welcome back to Grayson. Thrilled to have you and excited to see, you got a lot of work to do too. Build a staff, find players, get the fields and all that stuff, but we'll be cheering and excited to have you here.
Well, I appreciate it.
Great. Thanks.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.